Hello everybody, Paul here. Today I'm going to do a shave with a razor I just received recently, and that razor is the uh, Alumigoose version 2, or the Goose 2. This is the new version of the aluminum mongoose, and just for comparison, it's a little bit different design on this one, styling. So here's the version 1 aluminum mongoose, and if I turn it to the side, you can see that the head profile on the new one is much thinner, and also if you look, you can see that the head on this one is sort of, the cap is sort of rounded there, where this is more of an acute angle, kind of like the regular stainless steel mongoose. In addition, the handle is a hexagonal versus round, and it's also a little bit slightly bigger diameter. So I've used this razor several times. I think the geometry of the way the blade is held and the blade exposure is pretty much the same. I can't feel much difference in the way these two shave, but there they are. This one is a gunmetal gray anodization, and this is of course black. But I really like the new one. I think the new design is pretty cool. So I'm going to use that in my shave today, and we'll get going. Today for the soap, I'm going to be using Krampert's Frostbite shaving soap. I really like the smell of this particular mentholated soap. It's really nice. I actually am a big fan of the Aftershave, and when I went to restock my Frostbite Aftershave, I picked up the soap as well. Thought I would give it a try, so that's what we're going to do today. So for my brush, I'm using the Savile 3126 brush, one of my faves. So I'm looking forward to this. Shave should be pretty good. So go ahead and get started here. So soap seems to lather pretty nicely, kind of explodes into a nice fluffy proto lather. So we'll go ahead and get this going. I'm going to go ahead and just wet my face here real quick, and then I'll lather this up. We'll see how this soap works and how it feels. Okay, it looks like it lathers really nice. Seems to lather very easily. And I'm definitely getting a little menthol tingle there. Not overly strong, but we'll see as the shave progresses how that kicks in. The scent on the Krampert's Frostbite is sort of a combination of, at least to my nose, sort of a combination of peppermint and a little pine, and I think the pine aspect of it is due to the frankincense that is in there, and I really think that combination of those two scent components is really nice. It really makes for a nice kind of clean, refreshing scent. And I really love the aftershave in the morning. It really is invigorating. Has a nice menthol tingle. And I think as I've stated on previous videos, the menthol in that is not right in your face. So when you first apply it, it's not like instantly cold like some other mentholated aftershaves would be, where it's just a blast of menthol right off the bat. This one, you apply it, you do feel the menthol, but then the cooling really kind of builds with this one, and it also has some nice moisturizing features to it as well. So with that one, you don't necessarily need to use any kind of balm or anything, because it really does moisturize the skin nicely. So alright, I think we got a nice lather there. I think that soap works really quite well. Pretty impressed with that. So just get some of the excess off there, and it's going to rinse off the puck here and set that aside, and then we'll get going here with the shave. Yeah, that really makes a lot of lather. Holy smokes. Pretty impressed with that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get shaving here. So I have a Feather Super Pro blade in this razor right now, and it's been serving me quite well. I have really enjoyed my aluminum mongooses. They are about half the weight of the actual mongoose, the stainless steel, the original mongoose. Which I kind of like. I don't know, I just like the way this razor feels, and I do like the hexagonal handle. I think that you feel like you have a little bit more secure grip on there, so I kind of like that feature. The shave quality and the shave itself, I really can't tell a whole lot of difference between the shave of this one and the other aluminum mongoose, and it does actually feel pretty similar to the stainless steel one to me. So applying the soap for the second time, you do feel a little bit more of that menthol after you've kind of shaved over the area, but so I would say the menthol level in this is not over the top. It's comfortable. It gives a nice little tingle, but it's not, you know, super mentholated like, say, Arctique or something like that. Or the other one that is pretty highly mentholated that I've used is the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, their Frostbite or whatever theirs is called. That one's really has a lot of menthol in it too, and I'd say those two are a little bit stronger in the menthol department than this one. But this one has just the right amount. It gives a nice tingle, great scent, and the performance, the latherability of this soap is pretty awesome. Okay, I mean, I still have a crap ton of lather in that brush right there. You know, that's the very first time I ever used that soap, so, you know, obviously as I get more accustomed to it, I will be able to judge how long I need to load the brush, but certainly it looks like it's not going to need as much soap as some others might. I would have to say the menthol level on this to me is kind of similar to Perazzo, maybe, just for basis of comparison. The other thing that I've noticed about the aluminum mongoose is that there seems to be, at least for me, the slightest amount of resistance as you bring the razor across the skin versus the stainless steel version, and I actually kind of like that. It kind of gives you a little bit more tactile sensation, but there's just a slightly different feel with that when you pull that blade across your skin. It just has a little bit different. Just the ever so slightest bit of resistance or drag, which I actually kind of like. and I've actually kind of gotten accustomed to that. So it just, I think you have really nice tactile feel of what this razor's doing. Really impressed with the new version. I like it a lot. You know, it shaves, for me it shaves about the same as the old aluminum version, but I kind of like the kind of sleeker, more modern sort of look, and that gunmetal anodizing on this one is really, really nice. So very impressed with this. And there it is. So there's a shave of the day with the Mongoose version 2. So if any of you guys are looking at that one, hopefully that helps and provides you with some useful information. I'm just going to rinse this soap off. Again, pretty impressed with the Krampert Frostbite soap. I do like that quite a bit. And that's going to be another good one for the summertime here. I've been kind of getting a couple more mentholated products to use for the summer. I really like to use those here in the hot summer here in Phoenix. So, and of course, I did replenish my Frostbite Aftershave. I think this is, I really don't have any just, you know, pretty much straight up mentholated aftershaves right now. I've used up all my fine. And then I've also used the cryogen, that's all gone, and I have just the tiniest bit of the absolute zero here. So I needed to get another one for the summer. So this was my new mentholated aftershave for going in summer. I'm going to go back to an old favorite here for and use this one up, and then when it's gone I'll try something else. So here we go. I'm just going to apply it. Just a little bit on the hand. This you have to shake it up real good, which I did, and I'll go ahead and just apply it to the skin. They say you're just supposed to apply it and then just let it dry on the skin. So there we go. Just apply it and let it dry, and it has some additives in there that are supposed to be very moisturizing, and I found that is truly the case. And again, I love the smell of this. Just that combination of peppermint and frankincense is just absolutely wonderful. This is probably one of the best mentholated aftershave. The scent in this mentholated aftershave is probably one of the best. The only one that I would say that kind of compares in as far as the scent quality would be the Barrister Man Arctique, which I absolutely love as well. That's another great scented aftershave. Unfortunately, that's only available, you know, seasonally, so that one you can't get. Probably, I would imagine it will be released again in the summertime, but I'm kind of using that sparingly, the soap anyways, because it's kind of getting down to the bottom, and I want to be able to still have some until they make another batch. So anyways, guys, that's the shave of the day. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.